Hey guys, it's Amy White with Daily Successful Living. Thank you for joining me today. Today we are going to talk about tracking your net worth. I know, that sounds kind of weird, but trust me, you will understand why it is so important when I'm done with this video. You want to start tracking your net worth. All right, to get started, you have to know what your net worth is. So your net worth is literally the easiest calculation ever. It is your assets minus your liabilities. I'll have a spreadsheet that you can download below, just look below and you'll be able to download that. But essentially, all you need to do is sit down and list everything that you own, all your assets, all your bank accounts, your retirement accounts, all the fun stuff that you have that, is considered an asset. Now, personally, I don't worry about like small things. Like for example, I don't track my guns, I don't track jewelry, I don't track my camera equipment. Stuff like that I don't consider as a long-term asset. I just don't stress about those type of things. I think it just takes more time and more hassle than it's worth. And you want to make this super duper simple, because if you make it complicated, you're going to stop doing it. Now, your liability is anything that you owe money on. So for example, it could be your home mortgage, it could be your car payments, student loans, personal loans, pretty much anything that you owe money to, that's going to be considered a liability. So once you've gone through and put those together, then at that point you're going to subtract it out, figure out how much your net worth is. Now hopefully it's positive, but let's be honest, there are definitely times when it's not, and I know mine wasn't for a long time. Part of the reason I started tracking my net worth, though, was so that I could go through and see the progress I was making. I was amazed at how much easier it was for me to make progress on my debt reduction and my saving goals and that type of stuff when I was able to see the month over month changes that were happening as a result of my actions. So that's the main reason that you really want to start tracking your net worth. And trust me, once you start doing it, you will never go back. It is the easiest thing ever, and it's so much fun. So now we're going to go ahead, I'm going to switch over to my screen and just kind of run you through how I go through and do it so you can see some actual numbers and get some ideas of what you can be doing on your end. Welcome back. All right, so this is the net worth tracker I use. This is my actual numbers. This is everything from 2008. And as you can see, I go through, I input all the different checking accounts. I do my different savings accounts, my IRAs, IULs, 529s, just residents, all that type of stuff. I add that in here. And then I have my total assets, and then I have my liabilities, and then I have my net worth. So it's super duper simple. I went through and created a couple spreadsheets that I thought would make it a little bit easier for you guys. So the first one I did was one that I just put together on a Google document, and I'll have the link below. So if you want to download this one, super duper easy to use. I did include an extra little section here if you want to go through it and include your income. But this one is super duper easy to use. Literally, you type in how much it is, and it's going to automatically calculate it for you. So let's say we've got $3,500 or $2,500 in credit card debt. That means that your net worth is negative $1,000. So literally, if you use the Google Doc, it will do everything for you. Just make sure that you copy this to your own drive, because this is housed on my drive, which means if you start putting numbers in, everybody's going to be able to see them. So just make sure you copy this. And like I said, I'll include a link in the notes down below. Then, if you're not into spreadsheets, you're just not a spreadsheet person, I went through and created a simple one in a Word document too, and you can just fill this in. You will unfortunately have to do the calculations yourself, but what I did is, again, I did the income area, I did the checking, savings, all the different things, so you can do a bunch of different ones. This one is a 2-page tracker because I had left a lot of room in the asset area, and then a decent amount of room in the liabilities too. And then I also went through and just created a real super simple one. This is just a 1-page deal that lets you write in all your assets, write in all your liabilities, and then calculate your net worth. So if you want this one, I will also include a link down below as well. Anyway, tracking your net worth is surprisingly simple. Like, I think you're going to be shocked at how easy it is. So if you have any questions, feel free to drop me a note. And then also, I do have a blog post that I am putting up on how to do this as well. And I'll include that in the show notes too. And that includes like a list of the different assets you can include, the different liabilities you can use, what not to include. So it goes into a little more detail on that. So if you have any questions, feel free to reference this blog post, and obviously drop me an email. Hope you guys are ready to do this, because it is worth doing.